episode of Restartnaija. There has been a lot of disagreement among Nigerians concerning the system of government we operate now in Nigeria. While some people advocate for a re-evaluation of the system of governance in Nigeria, others insist that we should continue dogmatically with the imposed version of democracy we have in Nigeria. The main feature of democracy is freedom of choice for the people within the society. However, the Nigerian imposed democracy becomes a contradiction, even a paradox for democracy. In our last episode, we used the functional structure of a hospital to demonstrate how a harmonious society should work. We were able to show that in the Nigerian social structure, that two of the primary levels of governance have been replaced. In this episode, we will discuss how the ethnic community leaders and the community caretakers were displaced by the imposed constitution we have in Nigeria. Before the arrival of the colonial masters, different ethnic communities in Africa had been living and managing their environments for their own good. The communities were organized by traditional rulers and caretakers. The Bini people had well-structured cities with street lights made from wool and palm oil. The Oka people had blacksmiths and metal workers that produced ogene, then guns, arrows, and spears. As early as 800 BC, the Nok people on the Jos Plateau had developed an organized society known for their crafts. The Canaan kingdom had a major state-like civilization. Around the 15th century, there were also city-states like Kano, Katsina, Nupe, and Zaria. The city of Kano was known for their high artistic walls and leatherworks. Bonu Empire had complex cities that were eager to progress in technological production they copied from other civilizations. The Ife, Oyo, Opobo, Nre, and other kingdoms had their functional social structures that managed the social and economic challenges of the people. All these kingdoms sought and found their ways of using the resources they had in their communities to solve their problems and improve their lives. They had their own way of establishing their citizens for productivity and livelihood. Once an individual reaches the age of maturity or initiation into the community, he is given a parcel of land or any other resource base to begin working and earning his living from where other people work to make a living. About 200 years ago, European industry owners came to Africa in search of raw materials for their industries. They found large deposits of raw materials in Africa, in addition to the cheap labor force they have been getting from slave trade. The Africans who tried to resist this exploitation, like King George of Opobo, Oba of Bini, and others, were bribed, imprisoned, killed, or exiled. With the help of the gun, European industry owners and their home countries subdued the ethnic community leadership in Africa and took over the governance of the different kingdoms in Africa, making general policies for governance. They converted the chiefs and kingdoms into messengers who translated and passed down the Oyibo policies to the people and collected taxes from the people. After the non-violent resistance against brutal colonialism by Mahatma Gandhi in India, the condemnation for colonialism rose higher all over the world. Nigerian nationalists were also agitating for independence at the same time. So the colonial masters were under pressure to hand over power to indigents. However, they did not want the ethnic communities to get back the power to control their lives and resources, because it will be more difficult for the colonial masters to influence or control independent ethnic communities. Hence, they installed a combined system of government in which few appointed officials will take over the existing position of the colonial masters. If the colonial masters had wanted a harmonious Nigeria, they could have asked the different kingdoms and ethnic communities in Nigeria to deliberate and send delegates who will agree on the mode of relationship in the partnership. But instead, the colonial masters installed a government of detached individuals that does not flow from or represent the diverse ethnic institutions of Nigerian partnership. This is why there are lots of members of the House of Representatives who do not know the ethnic communities that fall under their constituencies. These members of the House of Representatives are practically not answerable to the ethnic communities. Whether they work or do not work, they are still paid to maintain the imposed democracy that allows for foreign interference and collective exploitation. Many of these representatives only visit their constituencies during time for election campaigns. Those who work to develop their communities do this solely out of their magnanimity, out of their love for the society or their charity. Not because they are held accountable, but because they feel like doing it. Those who do not work are not even known by the people. They are neither challenged nor recalled as people wait for 4 years to vote another person into that same position. As it stands, our system of government in Nigeria is not a government of the people. It was not formed by the people or with their consent. It is simply a floating system of government from an imposed constitution that is not rooted in the original culture of the people. In our next episode, we shall discuss the type of relationship between the representatives in the present system of government and those who they claim to represent. This will enable us to evaluate whether this system of governance increases political ignorance, unproductivity, and underdevelopment. Thank you for watching this episode of Restartnaija. I am your host, Enekwechi Chukwunwike. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.